Hello, hi all guys. I hope you all guys are doing well. So today we're gonna talk about the topic that is a blood component and it's also called as hematocrit. Okay, so first of all, you know what is the meaning of the component? Like it's actually the thing which are gonna use to make a specific thing. Suppose here we're gonna talk about the blood component. So here we're gonna talk about what are the main things which are you gonna use to make the blood. So before starting our topic, I'm just gonna talk about what are some important facts about the blood. So if you know what's the pH, actually the meaning of the pH is the concentration of hydrogen ion in something. So here we're going to talk about the pH. So we're going to measure the concentration of the proton or the concentration of hydrogen ion inside the blood. So 7.35 to 7.45, this is the pH of the blood. What is the weight? The total weight, the 8% of our body total's weight is going to depend on the blood. The amount of the blood in the male is actually that is 5.6 liter to 4.5 liter. And what's the temperature? It's actually the temperature of our blood is 38 degrees Celsius. Okay, so it's also blood is also the primary way to transfer the heat. Okay, it's actually going to transfer the heat from one part of our body to the other one. And you know that when the temperature is high, our blood is gonna move towards our surface parts of the body and going to transfer the heat. And when the temperature, the outside temperature is low, the blood is gonna keep moving to the inner parts of the body and gonna try to save the temperature. Okay, next, what are the type of the blood? Actually, blood is a type of connective tissue. You know that what is the meaning of connective tissue, as its name is going to indicate, it's going to connect one part of our body to the other. Okay, so connective tissue basically are that kind of tissue which are going to connect one part of our body. And you know what is the tissue actually is the group of the cells. So connective tissue, the blood is a type of connective tissue. There are also many other type of tissue like epithelial tissue, like nerve tissue, obviously there are many. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that. So basically, if we define the connective tissue, we also going to define on the basis of their component. Like connective tissue are basically that kind of the thing which are going to made up of cell, gel, and the fiber. And you can say the consistency or viscosity of the connective tissue depend on the three things: the number of the cell, gel, and the fiber. So because inside the blood, the amount of gel and the amount of fiber is less, and because of that the viscosity of the blood is less and it's a liquid thing. And other type of the connective tissue, that you know, the bone, the cartilage, they have the higher viscosity as compared to the blood. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the components which are going to use to make the blood. So if we know there are basically if we wanted to separate the component of the blood in a laboratory, so the procedure we need to do, we actually do the centrifugation. What the centrifugation is, a laboratory, widely used laboratory technique to separate the component of the mixture from a solution. And then we are going to spin the thing at a very high speed. So first of all, what happens when you're going to do centrifugation, the lighter thing will come on the top and the heavier things and the bigger things will go towards the bottom. Okay, so the most lightest thing in the blood, that is the plasma, and it's gonna make 55% of total of our blood. Okay, so basically the word plasma itself meaning is liquid. Okay, as you know, the word we use cytoplasma or cytoplasm things. So actually the word cyto means cell and the plasma means liquid. So cytoplasm is the thing or the liquid which is present inside the cell. Okay, so plasma here, the 55% of our total blood is consist of the plasma. So here you can see what are the things which are going to use to make the plasma. That could be water, proteins, and the solutes. So water, if we talk about 92% of the plasma is consist of water, 7% of protein, and the solutes is just less than 1%. So on the basis of, like, you can say their the amount of the thing, I'm gonna grading the thing, like the water is more in abundance, so it will be on the top, and then the less thing, that is the protein, and the, you can say the very less in amount, which is the solutes. Okay, next one is the inside of the protein. So there are basically three types of the protein which are present in a plasma. It could be albumin, globulins, and the fibrinogen. The albumin is present in a very high amount inside the plasma in all of these three proteins. Okay, so albumin, what is gonna do? We know that the plasma is gonna transfer the heme, we know it's gonna transfer the other things like the food and like, you know, the fibers, the whatever you're gonna eat. So water can actually, the plasma, the inside of the thing which is present water, it just can transfer the things which are water soluble. But there are some kind of the things that you're gonna eat and they're not the water soluble. So how that things are gonna transfer to the place where it needed? Obviously that are the proteins. So proteins are the, you know, the liposoluble thing. So it transfers the liposoluble things from one place to another. So what kind of the liposoluble things can be which is needed to be transferred from one cell to the other cell? It could be drug, it could be hormone. The example of the hormone, if I would say, that would be steroid hormone. Okay, and as well as we also eat different kinds of the oils, and like inside the meat when you're eating, you're also gonna take the lipid. Okay, so what other function of the albumin is gonna maintain our osmotic pressure. Next thing, the other type of the protein which is present in our plasma, that's the globulins, and it's gonna play very two important role. The number one is gonna play very important function in the immune system, and the second one is also gonna help in the blood clotting. The third type of the protein which is present in our plasma is the fibrinogen. And you know, the fibrinogen is actually the blood soluble thing, and to actually clotting the blood, fibrinogen will convert it to inactive fibrin that will make a scab on the injured side, and because of that the blood will stop bleeding. Okay. The last thing is the solute. Sorry, solutes, we know that the thing which are present in a very small amount in a solution. So it could be the ions like the hydrogen ion, it can be calcium, magnesium, these kind of the things, and the other things are present in the blood that can be nutrients like the food you're taking, gases, and the waste like in the form of urine, carbon dioxide, which are present. They're also dissolved in the plasma. Okay, next thing, what the other thing is present inside of this blood? Okay, the first thing was plasma, and we talk about that. The other thing, a very small layer is present between the plasma and the red blood cell, that is a buffer core, and it's also called as a buffer layer. It's less than 1% of total weight of our blood, and it's the combination of two things, that is the white blood cells and the platelets. You know, the word white blood cells are also called as the leukocyte. The word leuko means white. If you remember, if you have ever discussed about a topic that's called the chloroplast, so we also talk about the chloroplast. I'm sorry, we do talk about the plastic. So plastic have three types. The one is chloroplast, second chromoplast, and the third is leukoplast. So there you also know the leukoplasts are actually that kind of the plastic which have no color, or they are white in color. So this meaning is that you can get to know the word leuko means white. Okay, so leukocyte means cell and leuko means white, and leukocytes are the white blood cells. And the second thing which is present in the buffer core, that will be the platelets, and the other word that we use for the platelet, that is the thrombocyte. And you also need to keep remember, inside of your blood the amount of the platelets is more than your white blood cells. Okay, the last one is the erythrocyte. So erythrocytes, the word erythro means brick red and cytes means cell. So erythrocyte is the also a name of the red blood cells. Okay, or it's a scientific name of the red blood cells. So it's actually the 44% of your blood is consist of the red blood cells, and they are, you know, that they also have a protein. They are filled with a protein that name is hemoglobin, and because of that they are involved in the transfer of the oxygen and as well as sometimes carbon dioxide. 44% of the total weight of the male is consist of the red blood cells and 40% in, like, it actually vary in the range from 40% to 44%. And if the range will be less than the 40%, so it can causes a disease that called as anemia. And if its percentage will be higher than it also causes a disease. Okay. So this is the whole actually the component composition that we have talked about. So if you still want to know any other thing, or if I did help you, so please subscribe my channel and do comment and do like as well. Have a good day.